glad you're all here. What a good turnout. And welcome to ArtTable and the Women's Forum Joint Program.
So fast forward to now, to our contemporary climate, where it often feels like the only thing that we're talking about is gender and sexuality. And my current position at the Leslie-Lohman Museum of Art, I'm the executive director, and we are a museum that is focused and dedicated on LGBTQIA+ artists.
Yes, everything you said, everything. I mean, that is what we can only aspire to have, just overall. And you know, when we were having our prep call, and that we were talking about this gender organization, I think every company or organization I've ever worked for is gendered. Right? It's just, if we're talking about feminism, if we're talking about just equity, then we may be talking about different things, right? But right now, there's a default, right, for the majority of companies, certainly, or organizations. And from what I understand, I'm not as well versed in it, the same as in the art world. So there's, you know, I just now have this like vision and lens of what you've just described, and what would happen if we overlaid that in so many of the experiences that we have day to day. And wow, how much easier so many things would be if others were in that conversation.
So when you think about gendered organizations, I would tell you that every organization is a gendered organization. It just skews one way or the other. And one of my good friends, his name is Brian McNaught, I don't know if you know him, but Brian was one of the pioneers in terms of educating corporate America about the LGBTQ community. And I took him on the road all around the world to talk to Merrill Lynchers at that time about it. And he said something to me that has stayed with me. He said, Subha, you live in a heterosexual world. Everything is structured for you. Can you ever imagine what it would be like to be a heterosexual in a homosexual world?
Wasn't very supportive of women who worked in it and who worked in the administration of arts. So not for artists, but women curators and museum directors and conservators and all of that. And she wanted to create a space so that they could come together, support each other, network, leadership, education, all of that became part of the organization early on. And we've been doing that for 43 years and recently changed our mission statement to also include non-binary individuals in that space. So the original idea wasn't ever to exclude anyone, but it was to create more opportunities at the time, because our founder, Lila, just didn't see that those opportunities existed in the same way that they did for men. And she had worked in art publishing, which was really dominated by men at the time, and wanted to carve that out. And so that's what we've been doing.